Hello guys, my name is Katia Bellino. Happy Sunday you guys. Today is another hot topic. In fact, I am changing the name to join the conversation. Yes, so please feel free to join the conversation. Today we are talking about sex, marriage, relationship, and the topic for today is the wars of the in-laws. The wars of the in-laws. Outlaw in-laws, right? If you come from African tradition, you surely know what I'm talking about. Now let's face the facts about the in-laws, right? When I was growing up, yes, I was one of those people that always say, oh, I don't want to marry a man that still have a mother. But again, when time changes, when you grow older, certain things begin to make different meaning to you. I am a mom now, and one day I will be a mother-in-law. So yes, we all pray to have mother-in-laws, but some of them are very from a different planet, coming from African background. Mother-in-laws, nobody talks about father-in-laws. It's always mother-in-laws. Sometimes you can attribute that mother-in-laws are the key to the family, even though the husband makes most of the money. But sometimes in some households, mother-in-law, when mother-in-law says it's this way, it has to be that way. So we see them, we the wifeys or some African people, we see them as the small goddess, right? They are, even in their household, they take charge. And then when they marry you into their household, they tend, some of them, I'm not saying all of them, they tend to control you. They see you as an intruder. They don't see you, some of them, like I said, some of them don't see you as a family member. They see you as an intruder, because remember, you're coming from another family. So the things that, the way that your parents raised you is not the same way that your husband's family were raised. And then when you come into that family, you are forced in some of the occasions to abide, because I call that rules and regulation, to abide by the rules and the regulation. They will come, the mother-in-laws, sometimes the in-laws, not only the mother-in-law, the siblings to the husband, they will come to insert themselves into your marriage. They want to know when you have sex. They want to know how many children you are going to have. They want to know how much money you make. They want to know how come you don't go to work every day. In many occasions, when mother-in-laws come from Africa to visit, if you are lucky to have one of the husbands that are very domesticated, when they come to the house for you to visit you overseas, when she sees her son cooking in the kitchen, in her mind, the first thing that clicks into her head is, oh, she is relaxing in the bedroom, she is the madam, and she is using my son. This is quote what most of them will say, without really knowing. Maybe her son likes to cook, maybe this is how it runs in the household of your son and his wife. So they try to infuse themselves, they try to bring up pains, they try to bring up things like the way that it runs in her own household with her husband. They try to come to you to infuse those laws or regulations, or how you should raise your kids, or even the way you talk to your kids. They will want to have say into that. And funny enough, there is nothing wrong with the husband listening to the mom, but the thing is that some of them, they are bent really towards their mother, like what mother says is what they have to do. I have seen so many households that go into divorce in this part of the world because mother-in-law came to visit from Africa. At the end of the day, when the wife goes to work, she will sit the son down. Let me tell you where you come from. Let me tell you that in our household, woman does not do that, woman does that, man does not do that. However, before she came from Africa, those people, her son and the wife, have been living very happily. And then she will pick up the phone. The mother-in-law will pick up the phone. She would like to alert the people back home. Oh, you won't believe what I see today in Emeka's house. The wife is doing this, the wife is doing that. Hello, your son never complained to you. They were living very happy, but sometimes they think that you don't even have say. Who are you to have say? Who are you to have an opinion? When you have an opinion of how things should be in your own household, it becomes a problem. When you have opinion of how you will run your own household, in the things that you like to eat and the things that you don't like to eat, it becomes a problem. It becomes that, oh, you're doing onyocha. Onyocha means white man. You're doing onyocha, you don't eat this, you don't do that, or you don't speak certain way. For crying out loud, I think that a boundary needs to be drawn. And who draws that boundary? The son, your husband, has to say, Mama, it's okay, we are happy, this is the way we are. The moment you let them, your mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, the moment you let them infuse their own belief into yours, there'll be a big problem. And a lot of people make a lot of mistake. They try to buy their in-laws over by showering them with gifts, with this. Mind you, there is nothing wrong with buying gifts to mother-in-laws and these siblings to your husband, but don't make it in a way that you're trying to bribe them. Be you, be who you are from day one. If you're the person who likes to keep your house unkept, keep it unkept. This is what you want. If you're the type that really tidies up your house from A to Z, do it like that. Let them know you from who you are from day one. If you don't like the way some people talk to you, the in-laws talk to you, don't from day one try to consume that and absorb that because you want to be married to that household. And then as time goes on, you begin to change, right? She used to, maybe your sister-in-law used to do this to you before and you condone it. And then all down the line, you don't condone that anymore. They will begin to judge you. They will judge you from your mother-in-law to the siblings of your husband. So all I'm saying is that be careful, be yourself, be who you are. In Africa, you don't marry only your spouse. You are supposed to marry the whole entire family. So it's when the door is open for you, and when they recognize you as somebody that is from that family. Sometimes your opinion doesn't matter to them. They have already made the conclusion of how they want things to run in their own household. Some of them always see that from one angle. They don't see your own angle. And again, I have to say that culture can also attribute to that. Growing up, the way we were raised, the way my family raised me and my siblings is not the same way I am going to raise my children, because environment is the vital key to growing up. To wherever you are, you have to try to adjust to the environment of where you are. You don't carry the environment in Nigeria or Ghana and you don't carry the things that you do in Ghana and Nigeria and bring it over here, because it will not work. We don't have the same kind of environment to infuse the belief and the tradition of back home, of how you run your household back home. Over here, it doesn't work. Have you guys ever experienced that in-laws all of a sudden they'll buzz your doorbell with their suitcases? They're coming to visit you, and then from staying one week, they are living with you. And then when you tell them how your household runs, it becomes a problem. Nobody tells you they are coming. Even if they tell you, they give you very short notice that they are coming. And then when you try to put your feet down to say, this is how you want your household to run, it becomes a problem. Somebody will be coming all the way from Africa. They will not tell you that they are coming. They wouldn't even negotiate with you. They will go ahead, they will book the flight. They don't know if you have a job. They don't know if you have money to sustain them. They don't know if you're able to take off from your work. they believe right away that they are coming, and once they are come, it is your responsibility to take care of them. Let me tell you something about African mother-in-laws. Let me say Nigerian mother-in-laws and Indian mother-in-laws. Where I live, I see a lot of Indians. I live with a lot of Indians in the area that I live. Winter, summer, spring, rain, dawn, morning. Grandma has a cane and a walker with grandpa, and they go to school to pick up their grandchildren. They are waiting for the school bus to drop their grandchildren, and then they will pick up those grandchildren from the school bus. An African mother-in-law will come from Africa. All she will do, most of them, I'm not saying all of them, but most of them, is to put their feet on top of the table. If you have 2 children, you have to include her as the 3rd children. If you cook jollof rice, she will tell you she wants beans. Meanwhile, maybe you have 12-hour shift to go to. You come back, you are catering for your kids, you are catering for her as well. She doesn't have to be old though. I'm not saying that these people I'm telling you are not 80s or 90s. Some of them are younger mother-in-laws. When I say a lot younger mother-in-laws, I have seen some of them in the 60s and 70s. They sit in the living room and they're waiting for you to come back from work. If you cook egusi soup, they say they want okra soup. You have to make egusi soup for the whole entire family. You have to make okra soup for grandma. You make okra soup today. Tomorrow, grandma will say she wants beans. Now you cook beans for the whole household. The next day she will say she wants jollof rice. So you will see yourself running helter-skelter to please mother-in-law. However, you have your children to take care of. Maybe you have a husband that is always at work. So it's only you. Instead of that mother-in-law to appreciate your effort, she will criticize you. And some mother-in-laws, they have some mother-in-laws as well. They are very jealous. If your husband buy a car for you, that is the moment that she will remember that her own car has engine problem. If it's not about car, this is the time she will remember that that her other son's children, that their school fees has not been paid for. They will find a way to make sure to move that attention that your husband is giving you to focus on them. If you dress up a certain way, hey, you are eating my son's money. Before uncle, whose money are you supposed to eat? Are you not supposed to eat your husband's money? Hey, all she does is travel, do this, shop, do this, do that, just living lavishly. Did your son complain to you? So all I'm saying is that it's fortunate and then it's unfortunate, because sometimes we have to weigh the pros and the cons. But if you are lucky to be one of those women who have a rich mother-in-law, when I say rich, I don't mean financially rich. I mean rich up here. A mother-in-law who can weigh options from this side and that side. Sometimes, if you have a mother-in-law who can see things from this side and that side, a mother-in-law who understands you to be a human being that is raised from a different culture or from a different background or from a different parent, and then if you have a mother-in-law who can put all those things into perception to see from your own eyes, okay, this my daughter-in-law is raised certain way, this is her belief, let me give them a chance, then you are lucky and you are blessed. And another thing I want to tell you is that your in-laws are not your friends. Your in-laws are not your friends. Keep them at bay. Yeah, they are family members, but don't bring them to be your friends to tell them everything that is going on in your life, because it will backfire. So guys, join the conversation. Let me hear what you guys have to say about the woes of the in-laws. And I will leave you guys here. Thank you for stopping by, and don't forget to follow on Instagram and in all my other social medias. Katia Valina loves you. Remember to share this. Remember that we are on a mission to grow this channel. Thank you so much. Bye.